What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fish Kingdom. Today we are at Kona Reef in Scottsdale, Arizona. I can't wait to show you guys. Okay, y'all, so we are with the owner, Ben from Kona. My guy, tell me a little about the history of Kona Reef and how it all started.
We opened up in February of 2014. When we opened up, we were mostly carrying dog and cat supply. We had a small fish section. Mike and Alex, the owners, they remodeled the store and made it so that we were more fish. And then from there, the coral part just kind of took off, and we just changed our name to Kona Reef and stuck with just doing corals and fish.
So show me a little bit about what your favorite components of this beautiful display reef tank is. And, I see a lot of ganies in there. We see a huge, beautiful garden of zoas. We see beautiful torches, and obviously we see beautiful wrasses.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite thing in here is actually probably that copper band butterfly. Copper band butterflies, they eat Aptasia, so it keeps this reef clean. He actually came from my personal tank too, so I'm a little attached to that one.
Yes, but, do you have a name for it? Because people think I'm weird because I name all my fish. I don't know if you have a name for it.
Actually don't. Yeah, I don't name my fish.
So okay, it's a little bit weird. So if you had to name your fish, what would you name it?
Oh. Trooper, because this guy's been a trooper.
I love that. Trooper.
My second favorite thing are probably the chayote leopard wrasse.
Yes. I call them the orange leopard wrasses. I don't understand where the name chayote came from, but they're orange. They're beautiful. People say they're red. I think they're orange. But yes, I love those. Talk about this beautiful garden of zoas. Can you kind of name them? I see some Gatorades in there.
Yeah, there's some Gatorades. There's some pink zippers. There's eagle-eyed cherries. There's radioactive green zoas. There's a little bit of rastas up top.
Love the rastas. Right.
And some bam bams at the very top.
So what would you say is the rarest coral in this tank?
In this tank?
Yeah.
Probably pectinias.
Where is
like
it?
That green one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I just gave mine away because I didn't want it.
Yeah, they're kind of a slow grower.
Oh man, don't tell me that. I gave it away for like $40.
Oh yeah, no, those are worth like 150 a frag.
Oh jeez, Louise, don't tell me that. So obviously we see a lot of beautiful fish, beautiful coral, but take me through how it all works together. What type of equipment do you use?
For pumps, we use the Ecotech Vectras.
Okay,
we have the L1s on right now, so those are the first edition. They came out with an L2 pretty recently. I have Reef Octopus skimmers. There's two of them because there's two sumps, so 2 return pumps, 2 skimmers. We do that because if something happens on one side, we still have flow. Yeah, backup. There's Radion XR30s, Gen 4s, 4 of them on this system. The Ecotech MP60 and MP40, that's the MP60, that's the MP40.
What's the difference between those two?
They're just size-wise. Yeah, MP60 is a larger size, MP40 is a little smaller. And then we have a carbon reactor running as well, and a K-More 4-channel doser.
And for the people who don't know what a carbon reactor does, kind of explain what its value is.
So carbon purifies the water. It removes toxins from the water. It also causes really good polyp extension in corals. So a lot of times if you have a reactor running, you're going to have better polyp extension, just better health in general. It's filtering those fine little particulates that like the skimmer and other filtration doesn't.
Okay, so this is the second display tank, and obviously they're both beautiful. As soon as you walk into the store, it is a wow factor, right? And they have my favorite tank, which is the Achilles, and a little birdie said that you got a name for it, even though you don't name fish.
This one is the only one I did name. I named him Shark Bait because if you notice, he's missing a little chunk out of his back.
Yeah. What happened there?
I got him in from the wholesaler like that. I called the wholesaler. I was like, hey, what's up with this fish? They ended up just discounting it. And at that point, I didn't really want to sell it because I didn't know if it was going to live or not. So I put him in the display, and I mean, he's been great ever since. So, and what I'm thinking happened is, he got bit by a shark and he survived. So sure.
He looks amazing. He is picking up the algae. I don't see a single spot of ick, and they're very ick prone, but he's healthy. He's healthy and he's fat. You got the cleaner wrasse. But the legendary fish in here, a lot of people can identify with. If you watch the movie Finding Nemo, stars is obviously the Moorish idol, man. Do you have a name for him?
No,
No.
no, I know. Sorry.
Talk about why he's such a unique fish to a reef, because a lot of people say he's not reef safe.
They do eat coral. Yeah, they eat LPS and softies. SPS, the polyps are too small for him to actually get his beak in there and eat it. So in this tank, you know, he's reef safe. If I popped him in the other display, he'd go.
So you've seen this fish eat like torches and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, one time I put a Ghani in here to try it, and it started. Remove the Ghani, and
So I shouldn't get one.
only us. Yeah. If you have mixed, he'll probably eat it.
Yeah. We also see that it's a Red Sea fish tank. Super beautiful. It's rimless. It's very high quality. Talk about all the equipment that you have in this one.
Since this is a Red Sea display, we have mostly Red Sea equipment. I have 2 of the Reef Wave 45s running on this. It's a Red Sea 525 if you're wondering about the model. We have their Reef Mat 1200. We have a Skimmer 900, the RSK. We have a carbon reactor on this guy. We have 2 4-channel Red Sea dosers, one for trace elements, one for just like your core and nitrate reducing unit. And then 2 of the XR30 Radion Jet 4s.
Beautiful. All right, so as you guys can see, there's a ton of selection, bunch of corals, blades, and we got Ghanis, we got everything, right? We also got beautiful fish, high quality fish. Talk about the process of you getting the fish from the wholesaler and then selling it to the consumer that's gonna take this fish home. Okay.
Yeah, we do some kind of quarantine process. When we get fish in, we dip all of them in Hydroplex. From there, they go onto our 2 fish walls. We run copper between 2 and 2.5 ppm on both walls.
Okay.
So if a fish has been here for 2 weeks, that's a full quarantine at that point.
Solid.
We also have a quarantine program. So if you want us to hold a fish for a month, we can do it in our copper tanks. The fee is about 3% of what the fish costs per day. So in most cases, it ends up being around $30-$40 to hold a fish for a full quarantine process.
So 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Can you buy a fish and put it on hold to go into your program?
Yep. So you pay for the fish up front, and then once we hold it through the time that we've discussed, then you pay for the holding fee once we get the fish.
What happens if it passes away?
Passes away, order you another one, we try again.
So what type of fish and corals do you offer here?
We have a pretty wide selection. I mean, we do SPS, softies, NPS, which is non-photosynthetic corals, LPS. We have an aquaculture facility out in Chandler, so that's where we culture most of the frags and some of the colonies too, actually.
Right.
As far as fish go, I mean, most of it's being collected from Indonesia. So some of it's aquaculture, codfish, noddy-backs, stuff like that. So, but yeah, as far as corals go, most of it's in-house actually at this point.
Since your stuff is aquaculture, would you say that your prices are competitive compared to the market?
Oh, 100%, yeah. If you compare us to online prices, a lot of the times we're much cheaper. I'd say 25 to 50% cheaper than most things.
So the last question for you, Ben, I know you got a lot of things to do. You're big time here in this state. What would you say separates you guys from other reef stores in Arizona?
I'd say the number one thing is our aquaculture facility. Having that up and running gives us a lot of different variety of corals, good health of corals, and good prices on all these corals. No other company that I'm aware of in this state does aquaculturing at the same rate that we do. Second to that would be just the way we dip everything and care processes of everything. We're constantly dipping corals, fish when they're sick. We try to take the healthiest stock of fish that we possibly can keep in our store.
As you guys can see, Kona Reef here in Scottsdale, Arizona is just a gorgeous facility. We do a lot of aquaculturing. They have a phenomenal selection of fish tanks, corals. Oh my goodness, they use the best equipment. I love it, and I highly recommend you guys to come check them out if you're ever in the area. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Fish Kingdom, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.